Okay. This is a really simple template. Obviously, you can just draw it on the board. It's easy and no prep. And it's one of the things I suggest you have. I talked about this in the context of Beat the Teacher, but I just wanted to share a few more little ways to use this when you've got a few minutes in class, or you have something that's rote and can be a bit dry sometimes, and you kind of want to liven it up a bit. This is obviously classic Tic Tac Toe, and you can use this for a lot of things. Let's just say that you've got 10 minutes in class and you want to practice question words, maybe, or asking questions, asking and answering questions. You can just divide the class up into two. One group is X, the other group is O. They have to have a specific order they go in, so the same people aren't answering all the time. And you would say, ask them questions. If they answer it correctly, they get to put an X or an O up for their team. Obviously, if they don't, the other team gets a chance to answer, to put down an X or an O. Another way I really like to play this is to sneak in some good study. So if you've got something that's sort of rote that the students need to be able to do, sort of review. And I know we're so into communication and comprehensible input and authentic materials, and all of that's the meat of language acquisition, obviously. But I do think that there are places for old school rote practice to help learn patterns, to learn the power of memorization, which can really help with expanding your. So in a case like that, I would have maybe students working in groups of 3, or perhaps teams of an odd number. So maybe 2 and 2, and then you've got one who would serve as the moderator. So one team would ask one question, or you would ask one team one question, or even the moderator, because they would have perhaps their book or whatever materials they're studying. They could ask one team, hey, how do you say this? What is this in English? What is this in your target language? Whatever the case may be. And they get to put down the X and the O. And then the groups rotate through all the different roles, almost a little bit like speed dating. So everyone gets a chance to review the written materials and then ask the questions. You can also ask the questions, or you can prepare the questions in advance. But I think it's a fun way to get study in on things like vocabulary or verb tenses, and it just spices it up. It makes it a lot more fun, like makes it study a lot more active. And I hope that your students enjoy it.